Good morning, it's Kim from Not Consumed. I hope you're having a great day. Today is day 2 of our lesson plan week, and today we're going to talk about calendars, both weekly and monthly. So I'm excited to get started with that, monthly and annually, not weekly, monthly. So I'm excited to get started with that this morning. Before we do, if you will please answer today's question, which is, what is your favorite month of the year? So drop that question in the comments, please, or that answer in the comments, please, and I will get started telling you about our lesson plan topic for today. So, as I told you yesterday, I do not use a plan book ever. And so the point of this week is to help you to see how you can break free from the plan book ball and chain and make your lesson plans a little bit easier and more streamlined. So yesterday we talked about making an annual plan for your family and laying out the exact curriculum that you're going to use, which is the most important thing that you can do first. And then today we're going to talk about calendars. So we keep 2 calendars in our homeschool. One is an annual and one is a monthly. I'm going to walk you through first the annual calendar. This book that I'm using right here is the Student Record Planner. This was developed by me and is available on our site. And there should be a link in the comments for you later. And I'm giving a whole set away for your family this week. So if this is something that you want to get your hands on, be sure you enter the giveaway in the comments. Now, so here's the homeschool calendar that we have for this month. Now, what I want you to notice is, first of all, it actually came with blank boxes. And so I had to fill it in. And the reason we do that is because we want you to be able to start on whatever day that you're starting on, whatever month that you're starting on, and have access to that. So the first thing I do is go through, and we started school in August, technically July 31st, but I just added that one little day in there. So August, and then I went ahead and filled out the rest of the months. I did not fill out these 2 months because we will not be doing school during those 2 months, because that's how we do things. But that's up to you. You can use the full year if you want to. Now, you will see that it is color-coded, which is probably the thing that most people don't think about. And let's see, it's on this side. Yellow is for school. Those are just straight up school days that we do at home. Blue is travel. We'll talk about those. Orange is going to be our breaks, and pink is co-op. Okay, so anytime we have a co-op class, it's going to be color-coded in pink. And actually, so when I fill out the calendar, the very first thing I do is I go through and use the co-op schedule and color in all the pink ones. It's just easiest for me that way. And you'll see that our co-op ends the last week of March. And so that's all filled in. And then the next step I do is any known breaks. That would be some things that, like, I know for sure that we're not going to be able to do school during that time. For our family, that's typically when the kids are visiting with their dad. And so I fill those in. Those are the orange ones you see this Friday, and then you see like these days in December and stuff like that. And then I fill in things like Christmas or Thanksgiving. We won't be doing school those 2 days. Now, I just want you to know that one of the reasons why we are so zealous about school in November and December is because we finish in April. That's because of our travel schedule. So just so you know, I don't want you to look at those dates and think, wow, I don't want to do that much school in December. I actually really don't either. But because we travel so much in the spring for conventions, we really need to be done with school in April. And so that's what we do. Okay. Then the blue is travel. As I mentioned, those are the dates that we're typically at convention. So you see those filled in, and there's many more down in these spaces, but I didn't fill them in because we'll be done with school by then. So that's a good thing. Let's see, and then school. So then I go in and fill in the yellow school spaces. Now you'll notice at the end of each spot, there is I count about how many school days I'm going to get for the month. Now, this is the spot where I want to tell you I don't actually always do school all of these days. Okay, so that's really important for you to know. Things happen sometimes and we get put off. We do have a little bit of padding at the end. I don't know. I don't think you can see that, but here at the very bottom, oh, there you go. Here at the very bottom, I have the number of days that we have for semester 2 is 86. And the number here you'll see in the middle for semester 1 is 97. So I've already figured out how many there are. And I know that if we go all the way through April, we'll have 3 extra school days. So if something happens and we don't do school, no problem. But I want to tell you that I get this question a lot, so I thought it would be appropriate to add to this part right here. If you don't do school because you're on a field trip, like here, actually, we're going to Savannah, and that is school because we are doing field trips. We'll be learning things. We're going to be doing all kinds of history stuff. Yes, it's also vacation with my family, but my kids also have co-op homework that they have to do during that time. Okay, we're having internet trouble here today. Sorry, bear with me. As I mentioned just before we got disconnected, I am counting in those breaks, those travel days as school time because they will be we'll be doing lots of fun things during lots of educational and fun things. During these times here, we actually count these as school days too while we're traveling, and that's the same reason my kids have to bring their schoolwork and they have to do it while we're on the road so that they're accomplished. But it's really good for me to know that those days are there. The reason I brought that up is because a lot of people think, okay, well, if we are traveling and we're, going on a field trip or whatever, then I can't count that as a school day. Well, that's kind of silly because remember that the 180 days, if you are required in your state to count 180 days even, you might not even be required. We are required in my state. If you are required to do that, remember that the 180 days that the school is doing, they are they're including days where they go on field trips. They're including Say No to Drug seminars. They're including solar eclipse days. We're having a solar eclipse day one of these days. Those kinds of things they're including in their school days. They're not counting those as not school days. They also have half days, and your child can take a sick day. So if your kid gets sick, okay, fine. They can make up the work another day. You can still count it as a school day. It doesn't have to be, oh no, the whole thing has been derailed just because my child is sick today. So just some encouragement on that. All right, so I think we've talked thoroughly about how we use this calendar. And again, I tabulate the days at the end. And this really is for reference so that you can get an idea, so that you know, hey, you know what, actually, if we if you look at the calendar the way I've done it right now, if we start at the beginning of August, we can end in April, or we can take off the whole month of December, which I've done many times, and then just end in May. So something that whatever your family wants to do, this helps you to accomplish that. Okay, so you gotta have this done. Once you get this done, the next step in the book is actually individual calendars. And I'm going to show you, we haven't done it yet for this year, but I'm going to show you the ones that we have from last year. This is my oldest. She's diligent, but her handwriting's not perfect. Okay, so basically what we do with this then is each month we go in and fill out the calendar based on a couple things. One is the things that we're going to be doing. So you see, like she writes in the different activities that she's doing. Let me get that so that it's not blurry for you. Oh, let's see. She writes in piano, and UCH is her co-op and things like that. And then we also write in, sometimes we'll write in, we write in appointments so that she knows she has to go to the dentist or whatever. That's really helpful. Then let's see. Oh, here she has, I'll just see if I can show you another page. There you go. So you can see which things that she's listing out that have to happen. And I know some parents use this calendar for educational planning. So they might put in at the top or somewhere in there, this month we're going to read Charlotte's Web, next month we're going to study bugs, whatever it is that you're thinking, they kind of put that in these calendars. So that's kind of up to you how you use it. But that is how you use the calendars. Pretty simple. If you will, the question of the day, if you will answer that, the question is, what is your favorite month of the year? And I didn't tell you mine, and I will now. And I'm going to go with October because I love all things pumpkin. So that just makes good sense, right? So drop in the comments what your favorite month of the year is. I would love to know. And any questions that you have about how to use the calendar system. Now, if you are getting things together for school, I would encourage you to follow along step by step. So yesterday we got all of the annual calendar stuff, all of the annual plans together. Today we did calendar, specifically the annual calendar, so get that done. Rachel says she loves fall too. Yay, in October. Get those two things done. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about the weekly checklist. Now this is the part, the missing piece that you're probably still thinking, but wait, how do I get rid of my lesson plan book? So tomorrow is the big day, so you're not going to want to miss it. If you're not signed up to get email notifications about the videos, please click on the link above and sign up for the Summer Extravaganza. That will get you the link. And as I mentioned, I am giving away a family set of the student record and planners for your family. So be sure you enter the giveaway there in the comments too. Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you're having a great homeschool day. Bye.